We are filming. This is Archield, helping you survive, thrive, and realize your dreams. And you know what? I bet you're wondering, why am I holding this baby doll? Well, we're going to get back to her later. Today, we're going to talk about my top 3 favorite ways to manage time. And I know some of you are like, manage time? Really? Yeah, really, because there are those days where you wake up and then by the time you go to bed, you realize, I haven't gotten anything done. And so I don't want you to have those days. I hate those days. And I want to help you not have those days again. And Jessie will figure very prominently in it at the end. So let's get started. Number 1. Now this is one that really used to make people angry when I was in the corporate world. And I didn't really care because you know what? I was really highly productive because I used it. And also, when I had to go back and I was working on my last degree, I used it as well. And it was really, really super effective in making sure I got things written when they had to be written. I met deadlines, whether it was corporate or education or whatever, and it was time blocking. Now, I did this as an example just in Google Calendar. If you have some kind of calendar program, you can do the same thing. Just block in all your time. And I really want you to know, when I start doing time blocking, and I still do it every once in a while when I have some major deadlines due, always make sure to start off with blocking time for family. I know that seems kind of weird, but it's so important to block out time for family first. And then you start working in anything else that you need to do. So one of the things that I've decided to do very consciously is to not answer email, get on the internet, any of that stuff before 10 a.m. Why? Because I want to make sure I have some quality time every morning with my children. And this has also enabled me to, I don't know, eat breakfast in the morning before 10, 11 o'clock because I wake up and I eat. That's just one of the things I do before the kids get up. I fix breakfast, feed myself, the kids wake up, they start eating too, and it's great. And then all of a sudden we have this quality time. We're really bonding together. So that was a result of something like time blocking for me right now, but wholehearted time blocking. Every minute of the day, you figure out what you're doing. You share it with people so that they hold you accountable and they understand what you're trying to accomplish. And I think that's really important. Number 2, and this is something that I currently use, the index card. Yeah, you're like, wow, Africa, that's an amazing time management thing. Yeah, an index card. And I want to share it with you. I use both sides of the index card. Now, I can fill out this index card either before I go to bed at night or first thing in the morning, right around that 10 a.m. mark just to get my day started. But usually I do it before I go to bed at night. So I wake up and I already know what's going on. So here's what I do. On the side that's blank that has a line, I write down 3 things I must get done that day. Just 3. Why not 5? Why not 7? Why not 19, 20, 25, 30? Because I can get 3 things done in a day, no matter what curveballs life throws at me that day. Whether I have to run to doctor's appointments I didn't realize that I had the night before, or the tire gives, or whatever. Tons of stuff interrupt our days, and we just have to go and put out a fire. And I hate putting out fires, but sometimes fires happen. But I can always get my 3 things done because there are 3 things I must do. Now, these aren't whole projects, so please don't do that to yourself, because then you're just pushing yourself into overwhelm when you're supposed to be getting overjoyed. No, it's just 3 things you must do, 3 steps. So it could be a step in a project, or 3 steps in the same project, or maybe even 3 steps in 3 different or 1 step in 3 different projects. Really doesn't matter. 3 actionable things you must do. What about the line side? Okay, let's do that. These are a list of things that can be quite numerous. Now, I've been known to fill out this whole thing in 2 and 3 columns of stuff that I want to get done in a day. And what's really nice about that is once I get my 3 things I must do done, and I roll over to the nice to get done side, I could just literally take it out and look at it. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I go from one room to another room and I forget why I went in there. And I have my little list with me. I can pull it out, and sometimes it sure enough jogs my memory. And I know, oh, this is what I came in this room to do. Or I don't know why I came in this room, but look, over here on the list, I could get this done real quick. And I knock it out. And that's also the reason I don't do this electronically. Why I actually use an index card. It can go in my purse, it can go in my pocket. I can have it on my person pretty much at all times, all day. I don't have internet issues or connectivity issues with my cell phone while I'm out. It's on the index card. Back up. All right, let's get on to number 3. And this is something that I use because, well, I hate cleaning. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I hate cleaning. And so I had to come up with a way to kind of trick myself into getting it done. Now, I'm not saying my house is beautifully, wonderfully clean. It's not. My mother would not be pleased if she came over to my house right now for a surprise visit. But I feel like it's clean enough. It's definitely within, 15, 30 minutes in the major areas of wonderfully clean. So this is how I manage it. And I manage it in maybe 5-10 minutes a day, 15 at the most. And this is what I do. Every day of the week, I have a chore that we do. So the first one, Mondays, is Floored Mondays. Now, you might come up with a list of your own that works for you. This one works for me because these are the things that are important to my family. Floored Monday. So on Floored Monday, we vacuum, we mop all the floors in the house. And this really doesn't take that long. But the reason why it's so important to my family, we have a dog and we have a preschooler. And I really think that's enough said right there. Okay, so the next one is Clean Sheet Tuesday. And honestly, Clean Sheet Tuesday is how it all began. Because I wanted to remember to wash my sheets. And this goes back to when, even before I had kids, when I first got married, I just wasn't in the habit of doing much anything. And so I just put in my head every Tuesday, get up, get the sheets off the bed, and wash them. Put them back on the bed before you go to bed at night. Now it's more like, yes, I clean the sheets on Tuesday, but I might not put the same sheets back on the bed. I have more than one set now. But Clean Sheet Tuesday. All right, Dust Bunny Wednesday. Now this gets down to one of the things I really hate, which is dusting. Because I feel it's a complete waste of time, because the dust just comes back. And back and back and back. However, I like breathing, and I don't like breathing in a bunch of dust and triggering allergies. So I have a bag of old socks that have holes in them or whatever that would normally, people would throw away. I put them in a bag, and on Wednesdays, I have some with me, and every time I go in a room in the house, I dust with that sock or socks in different areas. Now, I don't get everything dusted. I'm not trying to get everything dusted. I'm just trying to hit, the high points. All right, Dump It Thursday. On Dump It Thursday, this is where we really might go over the timeline of 10 to 15 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes, because sometimes it gets kind of exciting to get rid of stuff. And what we do is we have boxes, and once those boxes are full, then I take them to Goodwill, Salvation Army, or whatever place that you might have in your community that will accept used items for others to use. This is a really good thing to do because others need that stuff that you're not using anyway. So, Dump It Thursday. Free for All Friday. And I say this is really where the cleaning is. If there's an area of the house that is absolutely out of hand, it's on Friday that we tackle it. We tackle it maybe 15 minutes or more, to be perfectly honest, just depending on what's needed in that area. But other than that, I'm not really concerned. Okay, so on Saturday, we do remix. And sometimes because of Dump It Thursday, Remix Saturday is pretty fun because something is at times so decluttered, you can kind of redecorate a little, and that's really exciting to me. And sometimes it's just where we go in and we're reorganizing a section too. So, Remix Saturday. And then my favorite day, Lazy Sunday. Yeah, don't ask me to do anything on Sunday. It is my lazy day. All right, so just to recap, my top 3 favorite ways to manage time. Number 1, time blocking. And yeah, you could Google time blocking. I really want to emphasize to you, always block time for your family first. Number 2, the index card. Remember, blank side, 3 things you must do. Line side, all the things that would be nice to get done. And the last one, my daily chore chart, just to try to keep the house somewhat clean. Now, I know this is a lot of information. And there's so many other time management techniques out there. And I'm really looking forward to hearing some of the ones that you've used presently or in the past, how they worked for you, how they didn't work for you. Maybe together as a community, we could come up with some tweaks to make them fabulous for some folks. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed and try to charge into a new time management routine. And that's where Jessie comes in. I want you to remember to take baby steps. Baby steps. They are so important. And trying out any new habit, any new routine, baby steps. Don't beat yourself up because you got off track one day or didn't get the chore thing done or whatever it is. It's baby steps. Each day is a new beginning. It really doesn't matter. I hope this has helped you. I'm looking forward to reading your comments, commenting on your comments, and like I said, just collaborating on some wonderful ways that we can manage our time, get things done, and I hope all the information in this video, as well as in the comments, will allow you to survive, thrive, and realize your dreams. Please share this video with all your friends. Go over to africaarchield.com and subscribe to my email list. There are things I only share with those on the list. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.